head coach Aaron Johnston. Start with an opening statement, then open it up for questions.
Well, it was a good win. I thought we played really well. I think our first group was really good offensively and defensively. They shot the ball well, defended, rebounded. They did everything we would want early on in that game and at times in the second half. Then as the game went on, I thought we got a little bit loose with what we were doing, but a really good start. First group played really well. Fun game for them.
Questions for Coach?
Season high in points, season low in turnovers. Those seem like they're related.
Yeah, they are. We also shot it well. I went back and looked at a lot of our stats here recently from now compared to some past years, and to be honest with you, we're getting about as many field goal attempts this year as we've gotten every year. It's a matter of we're just not shooting it very well. We're shooting about 39% from the field. We're shooting upper 60s from the free throw line, shooting low 30s from the three-point line. We're just not making shots. So certainly turnovers have a role in that, but making shots is a much bigger thing for this team. So it's good to see Ashley and Megan knock down some jumpers. Made some free throws. Leah was aggressive offensively, gives us a lot of dimensions. So those are things we've really been working hard on here the last couple of weeks, so it's good to see them pay off.
Your thoughts on that? Having Leah's starting to string some stuff together now as well, and having sort of three options, and those three shot a really high percentage today as well.
Yeah, it's been hard for our team last. I've noticed in practice. I've noticed against Georgetown, we haven't had as much of a post presence without Katie.
Yeah.
So one thing, Katie's our third leading scorer. She gives us some buckets around the rim. And without having her, it's kind of forced somebody else to try and make more plays, and then Leah needs to. We'd like Leah to average here as we go down the rest of the way 9-10 points a game. I think she's capable of that. Hannah, I think, is starting to look at herself as someone that needs to make some plays rather than just a kind of a spot up play every once in a while post player. So we need both Leah and Hannah to continue to develop some offensively. And to be honest with you, it's hard to develop in that position when you're playing Georgetown and Penn State, and you're playing Big Ten, Big East post players. So I'm not saying it's going to get easier for them, but it's a little bit more of a realistic matchup here. And that should help them get some confidence going too.
Did you feel that today all? That, let's take Ashley for example. She looked so at ease and smooth and whatever. Was that a case of swinging a golf club with the weight on, taking the weight off, and it's?
Yes and no. I just think Ashley's in a good place mentally. I think she played in a similar kind of ease out of Georgetown, so I don't think it had anything to do with who we were playing. I think that has a lot to do with how Ashley's playing. Yeah, she's playing really well. She's playing as well as any of our perimeter players we've had, so it's just fun to watch her right now. She's shooting it with such confidence. She can get to the basket. She can post up. And she's become one of our best defensive perimeter players, so it's really fun to see her grow into that type of role.
You talked about Katie. Obviously, she got in, but looked maybe a little rusty, or a little out of sorts. How has she missed a lot of time since she got hurt?
Well, it's probably about 10 days. Practiced yesterday for the first time, so with the break and then those days off. So I always felt a little unfair putting her out there. It's like she wanted to play. It's a big game, and obviously you get to your senior year, you don't want to miss games. So we wanted to give her a chance, but she just needs some practice now to get her feet under her. So she just looked a little rusty, and some of that's my fault for throwing her into those situations. She'll be ready to go.
Yeah. First half defense, was it? You like that?
Is that a question?
Yeah, the first half defense. What did you like about that?
I thought we were really aggressive. We handled ball screens well. After watching a lot of film, we just felt as though ball screens are a big part of their offense. Flat ball screens, side ball screens, and really they started to go away from that. They're posting up their guards, posting up a little bit more inside. And so how we handled ball screens was important. I thought we were disruptive in that first half. Second half, I didn't think we had the same urgency. And they made some changes, went to some different looks too. But we handled ball screens well, and that was a big goal coming into it.
Unusual situation, and your men had it last night. It's going to happen again this next week. But playing rivalry games over holiday break, where no matter where you're at, there's no students. It's just a different deal. Your thoughts on just that situation?
Well, I think it's tough. The conference has to take into account a lot of factors, and I'm sure they can't look into, boy, South Coast State's going to draw well if they play on this day. We hope they look at those things because it's important for us. But it's certainly harder during the holidays to have a lot of home games. But we still had a good crowd, I thought, today, and I don't think it bothers us as much as it does a lot of other programs. So we'll be okay with it. We'll be ready to play.
And then just conference opener today, and to start with that sort of, to start with the win, and then start with that kind of first half. Do you put any stock in, setting a tone or getting off on the right foot, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I do. I think it's really important too. you're either kind of chasing the people you want to be, or you're defending what you have, and it's sometimes a lot easier to defend than it is to chase. We talked about it already. In my mind, we were in fourth place coming into this game, even though we hadn't played a game yet. Some teams have gone out and already played and won, so we were already a game back. And we talked about that, and we wanted to take this day and use it to change that for the better. We were either going to go further back or we were going to move forward, and we did what we wanted to and got to move forward.
Anything else?
All right, thanks.
Thanks, Coach.